Ah, what's going on, everybody?
What's happening?
Hey.
Yo,
And welcome to Breaking Narrative Podcast, BTN for short. And I'm Tony.
Teddy.
And I'm Mark Anthony, and we also have a guest here with us today.
Imani. Hi.
so proper. Money.
I mean,
Hi.
she's cool though.
That's adorable. So today's topic is sex workers. And do they feel as though like they deserve like a double standard based on the respect factor? Like you see people with the normal jobs, and then a lot of like the sex work comes along, and then it's just, oh, I should be treated this way. Yes, everybody deserves to be treated a certain way, but then you go into a pretty much a job where it's going to warrant that type of behavior from people, and then you're expecting something different.
All right. Can you do me a favor and what really classifies as a sex worker?
I wouldn't necessarily say like just OnlyFans or anything of that nature. I'm talking about just selling yourself specifically.
Are you talking about strippers?
No, well,
What is-
sort of, kind of,
I was
but
gonna
that's
say,
online. We're talking about online though.
Oh,
So-
online.
So strippers don't count?
Strip. I mean, if you stripping online, then sure, that counts.
What
Then
about in person?
in person, like we're talking about online.
What's the difference?
I
Because
mean-
of the fact that it's
I mean,
online.
all right, if we want,
A sex worker is a sex worker.
hey, if we want to do it that way, then sure, we can say stripping. Then, like, that qualifies now since we're taking it offline and we're just going straight for like sex work in general. So
Yeah, that's why I had to ask.
since we have a new guest, let's see how she feels about it.
Well, wait, I need more about the information.
All right. What do you need? Tell me. Just
Like,
let me know.
You're supposed to start the conversation.
You definitely supposed to
Oh,
start.
fuck it. I'll start it.
Go for it.
I'll start it. My personal belief, yes, do I believe that it's sort of a double standard, but then you break it down and then you say that yeah, they're looking for just more along the lines of like a double standard. Like you'll see people getting into like sex work and just saying, I shouldn't. Well, technically they shouldn't. You shouldn't be treated a certain way based on like what they're doing, but at this point, you should have expected that. Like you can't get mad at people for acting out because all you're doing is showing them exactly what it is that they want to see as far as like their like eyes are concerned. Like when people look at somebody and say, "Oh, I just want to fuck this person," or "I just want to see this person naked," they're not necessarily going to respect you in any form or fashion if that's what you're offering. And then if that's all you're giving them, they don't care about your personality. They don't care about who you are on the inside if that's all you're introducing to them. And that's kind of where I'm going with it. But I still believe that everybody deserves a certain level of respect in any profession. But at this point, don't expect everybody to be treating you the exact same way if you're offering something that's physical.
well, no, I disagree with that.
All right, that's cool. All right, come on, give me something.
Go ahead, give your rebuttal.
No, the only reason why I disagree with that is because, like, I feel like just because you're a stripper or just because you're doing OnlyFans and you're exposing your body, it's because that's how you make your money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you do as an act. That's what you do. But that's what you put on a show for that. That doesn't mean that you want everybody to be in your face trying to get with you and trying. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, like nobody ain't trying to do all that. I'm just here to entertain you. Then you can move about your business.
Hey, I'm all for it.
I feel like some males are just disrespectful like that. Like they think like, okay, well, since you're showing me your body and since you're like exposing yourself to me, that means I'm only looking at you one way. And really, that's not the case. Because what you're really about to put yourself in is in a position to make yourself defenses. I mean, like on defense. You know what I'm saying? Because when I tell you about yourself, then you're gonna get mad.
Mark, I like her already.
Yeah, I told you, man. She real good people.
I like her already.
To kind of piggyback on her though, it's a gray area for me a tad bit. For the simple fact is, like, Now, based off of what's been discussed and mentioned so far, that's just a general thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, irregardless of whether somebody see you on the OnlyFans or whatever, somebody gonna try to holler at you, and you still gonna have that same conversation. I don't want to deal with you. On top of that, like, for people to really get upset and receive judgment, again, then you're gonna receive judgment, irregardless.
Facts.
Somebody's gonna find something that they don't like about you, the way you dress, the way you act, or
Of
whatever.
course, of
You don't have to
course.
be on OnlyFans for that, or OnlyFans, porn star, stripping, whatever the case may be. Somebody gonna have something to say. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
But to a degree, now, to me, it kind of depends on where you take your expectations. Because the thing is, though, like, if you was like, well, I expect this, I expect that, blah, 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 blah. To me, we've had a conversation about it before where I personally had a personal opinion that really people who are only fans who are not even considered as professionals, like professional porn stars. They just people who got a phone and be like, all right, I'm with one of my mates and
It's
I'ma
still,
just fuck with
it's still porn, bro.
so, I mean, yeah, it's porn.
it's still
but,
porn.
but to
regardless of
call
how
them
you
a
look.
professional, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. You just gain popularity with the masses. But at the same
Isn't that
time,
porn star?
That's not
So-
professional.
If you're
See,
doing it,
we've already went to this
We have,
conversation.
I'm just
We can go
bullshitting.
into many details. That's a rabbit hole in itself.
I'm just bullshitting.
But so basically, if you have a certain expectations where it's just like, well, yeah, you know, I deserve this, I deserve that, blah 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 blah. People, there's going to be a lot more people that's going to kind of look at you funny because of how you gain your income.
Right.
You know, like, who are you to be sitting here saying what you expect on such high volume like that when all you do is just fuck on the internet? On top of that, like, to me, one of the main questions that will come up from my mouth anyway is, have you tried doing something else? Or, like, are you doing it because it's easy? Like, what else were you able to do to make your money? Or are you doing this because you're trying to make ends meet right now, and it's not really a thing that you want to do long term, but you're kind of doing what you got to do?
But that shouldn't matter though.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, like, because it's sex, it creates the gray area that you talked about. Like, if I'm a firefighter and you see me fighting 100 fires, if you see me at the grocery store, you're not going to expect me to fight a fire, are you? Exactly.
You'd be surprised.
No, exactly. So,
Nigga, be surprised.
Mike,
You'd
you knew
be
I was gonna bring these
You'd
analogies.
be surprised. You'd
So,
be surprised, just
no,
like
if you're a
somebody,
sex
just
worker-
like somebody
like she
who's
said-
not on duty right now, and they're a cop, and you know they're
It's
a
the
cop.
same
They're
thing.
going to
It's
expect
the
they're gonna have
same
that
thing as a
expectancy.
sex worker. If she not on duty, as you say, don't look at her like that. It's the same exact thing. But because it's,
I agree with that.
right, because it's sex, it's something that's so high in demand. It's something that I might want at that moment from that person. I'm going to grade that area, like you spoke of, and try my hand. That's
I'm not saying that people shouldn't do that. It's going. I mean, it's a given. People, like I said, people who do that, regardless whether they find out that they doing that online or not.
right.
So I'm not
Because
saying
it-
I'm not
only
saying
because of sex, though.
I'm not saying it's fucked up for them to, you know, try to address that. Like, hey, yeah, I'm trying, you know, yeah, because I saw you, I'm a fan or whatever. No, what I'm saying is the people who are doing it to have an expectation to be like, you know what, like, I deserve this, I deserve that, blah 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 or whatever. And this, you know, because I got this, I'm getting my cash, I'm getting my bag. To me, it just seems a little easy. Like,
So
OnlyFans.
you don't like it because
I
it's
still,
easy.
I mean, but at the same time, I don't make an OnlyFans, so, you know,
yet
I'm inexperienced. I don't know what has to go into it besides, you know.
I feel like
this,
you
that,
should
and the
still
third.
think about a person's personality outside of their business.
Oh,
though.
absolutely.
Yeah,
So
even if it is sex.
yeah, like, just because they're presenting their body or doing something with their body, that doesn't mean, or like, let's say, because some people also go off of what like females wear and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't matter what she wear, it doesn't matter what she's showing you, it doesn't matter how she act. She do it because it's an act. You never heard of a performance? Like, that's how people act. Like, when actresses go on TV and they acting, that's an act. You know what I'm saying? Like, think of how they are outside of their work. Like, it's a personality there, and when you cross a line, it's disrespect. Like, of course they're gonna have people going after them, but when they tell you no, it means no.
So let me ask you a question.
Oh, yeah, we had that conversation.
Because obviously I believe it's an act where it's like actual porn, like porn. Those who like on VHS, DVDs, all that shit. But for like OnlyFans, now of course I know there's more to their personality. But do you believe that they don't ever portray their personality online at all when they're on OnlyFans? Because I think they do. I think it's just like literally just having a Twitter or a live Instagram where they can get away with just doing what they do on OnlyFans.
I think it depends on the person and how they want to present themselves. So people show you what they want to show you. Not everybody is going to show you their true colors. They're going to show you the act that they want to put on to make their money.
Facts.
True.
And the average personality, you're gonna have to be like nice because that's what's gonna draw people in.
Exactly.
If you being stuck up,
I mean, they still get.
they do, but
sucker ones still
it's
get it.
that's not the general. Unless you just like super bad
Yeah.
and you're willing to overlook that.
Mm-hmm.
But the general thing is like, if you notice, majority of them are what? Sweet, friendly, very talkative.
Flirty.
Right, flirty. Yeah, they're trying to draw you in and build that connection with you, so you'll stay with them and keep giving
And providing for them money.
Right. So it's a business, and you
Yeah.
got to know how to.
To me, it's just a hell of a gray area because, like I said, man, you can still do that shit on the street.
I mean,
Like,
you can.
Unless,
Yeah,
like I
those
said,
white
unless
stores still
it's
there now.
either an act or that's really you. Because the thing is like you doing whatever it is you gotta do to get money.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you're gonna do to gather attention or money from somebody that you actually want to connect with when you see them on the street or whatever? You gonna do exactly what you do on OnlyFans, except for the fact that you
or
ain't
their
getting naked.
personality will come out. Their actual personality to like do something else. But if that's the only thing that they know, then of course that's the only thing that they're gonna do. They're gonna do what they know.
Hey, she has some very good points. I ain't gonna lie to you, Mark. Good call on her. She's amazing already.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You need to show up more often. Well, yeah, my take on that is kind of like the same thing as like Mark in a sense, except mine isn't like as vague. You know, Mark just likes to throw out random shit.
What you mean? No, I give a chance for argument.
But when it comes to me, like I still look at it and like there's like almost very minimal gray area because I'm not gonna say like I'm stuck up or anything of that nature. It's just like I have a high moral compass. So when I just like, cause me personally, I very like to myself, like, and I don't try and put that on everybody else, but I understand jobs are jobs. Like that's the first thing I look at. Like jobs are jobs. You making your money regardless of how anything looks, and if that's what makes you happy, that's what makes you happy. And I wouldn't fault you for that. But when it comes to like, I'll even go as far as like the dating scene. If someone knows you from a certain place, like don't expect the what you laughing for? What you laughing for?
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, if someone knows you from like your specific occupation, don't expect them to just see you as, hey, this is my personality. Like you have to see me as that and not that.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a that's what we call the baggage that comes along with it. So you have to really put that into perspective. You have to make sure that, hey, am I really willing to deal with that?
So are you?
No. No. Hell no.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you, man, there's some work, bro. Coming from somebody who's dealt with one
Okay.
romantically
Yeah.
and also
Mhm.
has actually befriended a couple of them. So, well, not it, as OnlyFans go, I mean, obviously OnlyFans didn't exist at the time, or at least for one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But also they were dancers, so
Well, yeah.
there was that. But like, of course, there was a lot of times where it was just like you had to try to draw that harsh line in between from what you've seen them do. Because I've actually seen a couple of them perform.
Right.
So it was that, but at the same time, it's just like, all right, so I know you on the outside. Now there are some who are different, and there's some or most that are literally just that.
Okay.
Like they sought that out. They sought that occupation out, and it was kind of like it wasn't even really well, you know, this is all the only option I really have. Times is hard or whatever. It was just like, yeah, I want to get that bag, and then that actually becomes a very consuming thing because like that's kind of like being in the drug game. It'll pull you in very deep.
Of course.
Yeah, man.
So, you know, but a lot of them just like, yeah, man, you know, I'm gonna try to go ahead and make that quick bag and blah 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 whatever. And for real, a lot of them don't even know that the money is making them.
That's
Like
true.
that mind switch. They think, oh yeah, I'm still the boss. You know, I'm still doing this and do. No, you not. A lot of them actually are becoming that puppet. But I've seen a lot of them literally portray what they portray in the club, the strip clubs or whatever, on the streets, and I'm like, bruh, like, who are you now? Because it's like at first I give a chance to find out different, and I see little bits and pieces and everything like that. But then sometimes I'll sit back and kind of like, you know, stay a little quiet and try to observe to see what's real or what isn't.
Yeah.
And
But also, just because you see somebody on the street doesn't mean that you still know them.
yeah,
They're still on the street. They portraying what they want you to
see
see.
them everywhere in every environment, at their mama's house, family reunions.
They-
blah, blah,
Is,
blah.
this,
Like,
is this about the one you dated, or you just saying in general?
no, in general, like I've the friends that actually did it because like the one that I've dated,
Like, what
Yeah, that's what I want.
was
What do
not
your
the
friends
only
look
one.
like?
So then
God damn.
that's their personality.
yeah, that was them. That's what I'm saying. Now the one that I actually dated, like there was a lot more to her. There was a layer.
Not a very good one from what you would let on.
Yeah, there was a lot more to her. There was something deeper than that, and so that became her outlet where it felt comfortable to her. And on top of that, it was the money thing and who she was involved with and other stuff. I ain't trying to put too much of her business out there, but it was just like it was a whole lot of stuff in perspective. And she started really young, like dumb young.
Okay, that
So-
sucks.
Yeah. So she was like semi-enslaved to that to a degree.
Okay.
Though she had her own choices to make, but you know, she was kind of semi-enslaved to that.
So is that why y'all didn't work out, or?
No, that was not why we did. Because the thing is, like, I've dealt with dancers before. It didn't really bother me.
Oh, so
The only
it's
case,
like a lifestyle.
the
for you.
only,
Yeah,
the only,
that-
the only
yeah.
case was like, all right, well, is this
Love
really
how-
gonna be a general thing, like, you know, because there was other stuff, and I was like, all right, is there gonna be a continuance of certain things? And I was told that it wasn't.
And there was.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a whole lot of arguments and fightings and so on and so forth. There was a lot of things that I actually kind of did like push aside, and I was like, "There's so much more to you than this," because she expressed that she didn't want to do it anymore, but at the same time, she had to provide for hers because
Right.
she also has a child as well. So you know, and so other things was not really working for her in her hands, so she had that.
So she had no outlet.
Yeah, it was like no outlet. There was no other way or option, somewhat. And so she was just trying to get things cleared up so she could actually be able to be something better. And I always knew that she could. But like there was times that literally though, which was mentioned, the money. She was like, I admit it, the money.
Hey, that
It be
stripping money
it be
good.
catching my attention.
That money be good.
And I'm like, you say that, but also you mentioned how you didn't like it, like you didn't enjoy it. So obviously this really isn't you. You just like being able to make some type of form of large income, which there's other ways, but it's just like,
That sounds like corporate America.
yeah, but it's just like
Right.
that what she was doing was right there. It
well,
was
until
right now,
I feel
and it was
like
quick.
until she
It was
gets
right away.
another quick opportunity, that's what she's going to be doing.
Right at this point now, she does. She made her. She's out. She's out.
She got
Yeah,
a
she's
new
on-
car, new house, and all that.
That I don't know.
Yeah, she got it.
I don't know. I don't know the details or whatever, but I know she's doing something different. She's doing better. She's working for herself now.
That's good.
Yeah, she entrepreneur
Excellent.
now. So,
Congratulations to her.
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't say congratulations to her, bro. She sounds like nice. From what I heard, she's a horrible person.
Sounds like a great person
Yeah,
to
we
me.
we
A great
definitely.
entrepreneur.
From what I heard about personality, she's a horrible person.
Oh yeah,
Yikes.
there's definitely some demons, and you know she wasn't the only one. I definitely had showed my dark side in the
Mark,
past.
we already know
exactly.
you. Mark, we
Exactly.
already know.
So can we? So
I
can
know
we
Mark's a
really? So
horrible
can we
person.
really fault her if they both wrong?
I know both. No, I know Mark's a horrible person sometimes too. Oh yeah, he gets it.
I mean,
Well, I
He
can
gets a
be.
hell of a lot from me.
I can be.
Mark,
No. It's
Like-
not you can be. You are.
like I'm vengeful.
Mark
Like
has
give me
grown
some,
though.
give me something to have a response to. I'm vengeful.
Mark has grown though, so
He's
maybe
grown.
the female has grown too since then. We
Maybe.
don't know.
Maybe.
It's hard to. You can't be judgmental
Why not?
because
Well, I mean,
we're all.
I can be
non-
personal
So would
about
you
it, but, no.
So would you date a woman who has an OnlyFans right now?
When you say date, what do you mean? Like,
As in like relationship.
Avery seemed like
So
the type
like-
of person like, look,
it's like a gray
we,
area.
are we,
No,
gonna,
no,
are
no,
we gonna
no.
do it together?
We're not judging. Remember? Come on, later. Let's see.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's a lot of gray area. Do you mean like date to marry?
No, I'm talking
date
about.
just for the
No, you're trying to.
I mean,
get
well,
to,
do you date to marry?
sometimes.
Okay, so would you date to marry a person with an OnlyFans?
I don't know. Depends on who it is.
Depends on the personality.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the circumstance for her to get married? Like, does she have to just like stop doing it in order to get married, or
I don't know.
is she gonna stay in that dating phase as long as she has OnlyFans?
No, I'm not that kind of person. I kind of know within the first couple of months whether we get married or not.
Yeah, you ain't playing no games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not hard to figure out.
Yeah.
Like, shit, you know in the talking phase
I'm
whether
not
you
going to
gonna
string
marry-
somebody along just because I don't like something that they don't. I'm like, no.
unless
you know
want,
me, I
unless you
believe.
want something.
Well, this is also true. But, nah, she said date to marry. So that means I had to be serious about that. Now, we just dating to be dating. That's something completely different. That's when you, I don't like how they do this. So we just going to, chill. But nah, I think I'm open. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But
Yeah, it's not.
yeah, personality rules overall.
In your case, boobs rule overall, sir.
That's probably like second or third. But what about you, sir?
Oh, I'm an ass man, so
Wait, I thought
talking
we was
about-
talking about dating to
Talking about
marry.
that. What are you talking about? I'm not even talking about that. Like,
see immediately what I go to.
Yeah. Says that they go, oh, I don't get none for real.
yeah,
We was just talking about boobs.
I told you just gotta let him keep talking. You
Yeah.
tell you tell the story.
You tell on
and
himself all the
foremost.
time.
First and foremost, just because I said I like the butt doesn't mean that I get it. So
The story coming. The
It is.
story coming.
Watch this, the next story gonna be. Well, it was me and this girl, right? It's gonna show up. Wait till the end of the podcast.
I have not been with somebody in a long time. So
I'm asking, would you date somebody with an OnlyFans or something, or a stripper?
I
You
have.
already have.
At this point, I have.
I'm talking about right now.
Right now,
As the more mature experience.
I was
No,
After-
stop
after-
that, stop that
after
rocking
the-
back and forth shit, man. Answer the
after-
question, man.
no, because I'm really thinking, like after the previous experience I have, I probably would have to say no, just because like now I'm past that. It's like it was just so much that came with that.
Took a lot of.
So,
to
so
get
everybody,
past it
so
and shit.
everybody just
The
fall into that category.
the quote unquote communication and the miscommunication. It was just like now it's just kind of like I kind of don't have time for it. Now, if there was ever a mutual decision, just like oh yeah, I got an OnlyFans, and I want you to be on it.
Oh, so
No, it ain't gonna be this nigga.
But
be on
also, it depends on, I guess, at this point, what they doing on OnlyFans. Because I've seen people that make a lot of money just for feet.
That's true.
Like, literally.
so yours is circumstantial,
there.
basically.
Yeah.
If you could be a part of it, it's cool. If she doing something slight, it's cool. But if
No,
she
I
just,
wouldn't even say that it's cool if I can be a part of it. That's still a gray area because I don't even know if I really want to do that.
Okay, but if she's doing something slight, would you still date to marry?
What is something like?
You just said
With her
feet.
feet.
You said feet.
Right.
Shit, people see your feet at the beach. So, I mean, if you're going to make $1,000 and an hour just for showing your feet, that's
So
just extra money.
you know what that leads to, though, right? Now, we have this conversation about so many different
Yeah.
topics all the time,
Bruh.
and I can't believe I'm about
That's
to have
where
to tell you this again.
that's what you're gonna have to draw. You're gonna have to draw the grounds before that even happens, bro.
Ain't no such thing.
And once that happens, I'm sorry, like that's in non-compliance at this point, bro. Like that's done.
I'll bet.
If you,
I
I'm
can
like,
bet,
if
I
you
can bet
want,
this house.
if you
she's
want,
not gonna stop at feet.
if you want to have it, you can have it.
She should if she making grands. What the?
Yeah, if you making all that money,
it consumes you
if
after
you make-
a while.
If you
man.
making all that, see, the thing is, if you making all that money for feet, I'm like, damn, like
What my ass gonna do?
it's simple. It's simple, exactly.
What
But
my-
you already, it's simplistic. Now you're being controlled by the money, and it's just like
Yeah,
now that's
that's
starting
what
a
I'm
whole
saying.
nother problem.
See,
So now
yeah.
once that begins to grow, if you
But it
gonna be that
happens,
way,
though.
if you're gonna be that way, then have it.
It
That's why I'm
happens.
asking you. Like,
It do, but
so the feet is. That's what I'm saying. Is the feet okay?
Yeah, the feet. It stops at the feet.
It's not gonna stop at the feet. I'm just.
If it can't stop at the feet, like I said, you can have it. You just not gonna have me there.
all right, there you go. You saying no?
Ask the female.
See, yeah,
Would you,
like,
would you deal with a male?
My name is Imani.
Amani. Sorry.
see, damn, like, y'all be wrong.
No,
I just wanted the female perspective about would she date like a male with an OnlyFans or something.
No.
Like that.
I'm not dating no man with no OnlyFans. I'm not dating no stripper. No, none of that.
Damn, my nigga.
Why not?
Cause that's not my cup of tea. Sorry, but nah.
Well, Mark, you gotta get rid of your OnlyFans.
I don't have one. Ladies and gentlemen, the picture that this guy has been painting of me definitely does not exist.
It exists. You just keep telling on yourself every time.
First of all, I'm not the type of personality to go ahead and have the confidence to even make an OnlyFans at all.
No, I'm sure. Yeah.
Really?
Tell that to your Illuminati party.
He's lying.
Really?
He's lying.
Yeah,
He's
really?
lying. He's lying.
And
Yeah.
was that a
You
was
would
that a
y'all
real
want an
question?
OnlyFans?
You said what?
Would y'all want an OnlyFans? Would
Hell
y'all make
no.
a?
Would
he,
I want
he was
one?
talking about making one, but not for
I made one
himself.
technically. Yeah, just.
I wouldn't mind having OnlyFans.
Well,
Hold on, so you would have an OnlyFans, but you can't date a man that has one.
That's
so
exactly what
yeah, that is
So
hypocritical as
hypocritical.
fuck.
That's fine. I'll be hypocritical.
Damn. Well, at least he owns
I'll
up
be
to
back,
it.
bro.
This nigga. Oh, so now you gotta.
Now he got a full
Yeah,
bladder. Yeah, man. Now that
he gotta
know,
go
he gotta-
outside
now
and
he
walk
got a
around
full
and think
bladder.
about it and shit. It's like, damn. All this time I never knew. But hey, I'm not gonna lie. Like I couldn't do it.
You couldn't have one, or you couldn't talk to somebody with one.
I couldn't make an OnlyFans, bro. And as
But
far
would
as,
you
like,
date to marry somebody with the OnlyFans?
I'll probably be in the mock lane. Like, feet is up where it stop at, but the thing is, I already know it's gonna go further than that.
not-
So I
it's
wouldn't
never
even.
gonna-
I wouldn't even try and attempt it after that, because now that I have conversations with him so often, like that would just. Like
It's
that
like-
would always
it's
be
in
in the
your
back of
mind.
my
It's in
mind.
your
It's always in the back of my mind. So I'm just sitting there, just like, bruh, no, I'm good, bro, I'm good. I can't do it. So, like the gray area, like I told you, very abysmal.
It's a gray area. It's definitely a gray area. It's definitely a gray
It's
area.
abysmal for me, bro. Like it's so ridiculous how it can consume you in such a very negative way. Because money, they say, is the root of all evil. Technically, it's not. It's the people.
That's true. I believe that it's the people.
Definitely people.
Humans are easily corrupted. Well, easily corrupted because of like all you got to do is present them with something that gives them a dopamine effect.
Right.
It's just like drugs. So all you got to do is, hey, here you can have this, you can have this, you can have this, and you keep getting enough of it. He's like, oh shit, I can just keep doing this and keep getting it. It's kind of like being put in a zoo.
I feel like, so let's go back to the feet thing. If you're making, let's say you're making like 3,000 for your feet like every week or something like that, I feel like you can take that, and if you want to do more, then you can start another business, but you don't have to go beyond that, like to expose yourself to make more money.
Of course, you don't have to do that, but we've seen it time and time and time again.
I was gonna take it that one message. Somebody
Yep.
gonna come through. Hey, I give you 3,000 for this alone.
Yup. It's people paying IG models like, oh shit, I'll send you 100,000 just to show me a picture of your titties or something. And they go through with it, and eventually that shows up on their OnlyFans.
And it's happened
Yeah.
rapidly.
But like I said, I guess it just depends on your personality.
Just also true.
You gonna have to have that strong will, man.
Yeah.
I've seen some people that I very like least expected Cause like especially like I have a lot of fitness activists, especially like fit women on my Instagram. And then like I used to get the messages all the time, like sending links, like, yeah, my OnlyFans, this and this and this. At first, when it first started happening, I was just like, I don't know if somebody made a fake account of you or whatever, but I'm just kind of like letting you know, because like I've actually had one account that I was following before, and I was just like, this don't seem like the same joint. And I looked it up, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely not the same joint. So I was like, yeah, so I don't know if somebody faking your account or if this is really you, but I'm just letting you know in case somebody faking you. But yeah, and I like seen people who seemed like they were very, very professional about what they were doing, and they legit got OnlyFans. And I'm just like, damn, like, what the hell somebody had to offer you for you to be doing this? And I know that they're actually like showing something on it, because usually now, like on OnlyFans, it'll literally say on the little thing, I'm not showing this, I'm not doing that, blah 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 blah. And nah, like there's like literally people who are out there saying like, if you want this, 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 and this, and this is how much it'll be. And I'm just like, dog, like it's happening like very rapidly. So you gotta have a hell of a strong will to just be like, nah, I'm gonna stop at this.
I mean, I don't think that's hard.
I don't know. I have to find somebody who actually got a cooking channel on OnlyFans, because I've heard there's people out there just doing cooking channels and stuff like that.
Yeah, as far as that,
OnlyFans used to be a bunch of regular stuff. Before sex took over.
Yeah. But now
big
I'm
business.
just like, did y'all like did they flip over too?
I mean, well, you can do a
stop
cooking
cooking.
video and then wear something.
Yeah, you can cook topless or something.
Yeah. Or you could just wear something that's exposing but still covering.
Is it? But so with me, man, I just look at it as like, if I'm in a relationship with anybody, or I'm gonna go the relationship route. If I'm in a relationship with anybody, I want to feel as though like something that is like supposed to be for me is for me, and not exposed to everybody else. So that's the way I look at it. Like if you're gonna be 100% for me, then I shouldn't feel as though you're entertaining other people for that specific reason.
Yeah, now it's getting into you mentally. It's like it's no longer sentimental.
Yeah, it's like I just look at it. It's just
I agree, because I'm traditional.
yeah.
I definitely felt that.
Like I can see like, all right, we're going to the beach or something, and you just want to wear like a two piece. Like sure, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're just out openly like flaunting shit and we're like together and you know the type of attention that's going to bring, then at this point you're putting me in danger, because if somebody puts their hands on you or something like that happens, then I have to back you up, because I have that's my obligation to do so.
Well, that's gonna come with the territory.
I mean, it does, but it's more likely to happen when somebody is introducing that type of like that type of behavior to somebody else. Like if you're gonna like openly flaunt like everything that you got, then more than likely more people are gonna show up because they think you easy. And then if somebody look at somebody like me, they're like, oh man, how you get hurt? How you do that and all that shit? And then they feel as though they can test me. Cause men, we deal with the whole testosterone thing. Women do the same shit. Like if you see a nice looking woman, like I've learned that gay women are actually a lot more predatory than males are. I had to learn that.
Women in general,
Yeah.
are very
Yeah, women are very predatory. So I see the look. She's like, I don't know about that.
Surprisingly, they low key.
Yeah.
They assassins.
Yeah,
with it.
they've
'Cause
hidden
you
under
won't-
the
you
radar
won't
for a long
know,
time.
You won't know until it's already happening.
Yeah, and it's especially like I've had numerous conversations like within the gay community and shit, like some like gay dudes or gay women and shit, like they're very predatory.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I had a question for you.
Yeah.
So, would you consider dating somebody who's had that past and already stopped it, or even looking to stop it? They're still kind of currently doing it, but looking to stop it. Like, would you even consider them?
Currently doing it and trying to stop, I put
Like
them on
actually, like
I
really,
put them
like,
on the I put them on the back burner. But if they are far removed from it, I wouldn't look at the past as saying, "Hey, yeah, this is your future now. Like this is a part of you now." No,
Yeah, I feel that.
like that whole idea of like baggage. Yes, like you can take on someone else's baggage, but if they're still like adding to the suitcase, then we got a problem. But if it's something that they just sat down and was like, I'm not dealing with this anymore, then I can easily get behind that. Cause me and Abe had this conversation before, when it came to like strippers and stuff. I was like, there are pretty much two types of strippers. There are ones that are, well, matter of fact, it's three. There are the ones that are doing it specifically so they can get money for a specific purpose, like the ones that are doing it for like college and shit like that. There are the ones that had nothing left, and that's what they're going through. And then there are also the ones that's just their personality. And the ones I will actually take the first two rather than the last one if they're far removed from it. Because I just look at, like you said, the personality is very important. Like if they're far removed from it, but I realize that their personality is still intact, I would not judge them for it. It would not be anything it wouldn't be much of a problem for me, because I know the personality will be there for me to fall back on. Like of course her body is nice, and yeah, she's been introduced to the world, but every woman's been introduced to the world unless they were a virgin before I got them and shit. So that's the thing. Like I won't look at like a sex worker as like the end all be all if they're removed from it. Like not unless it's like a porn star or some shit like that. That's like my that's my no goes. But I'll even look at like the very heavy OnlyFans ones. Like those are also like no goes. Cause if you are like really really popular, I'm just like, nigga, what the fuck? Yeah, it mentally will fuck with me. So yeah, I can do it, but there are my limitations. I have my limitations.
That's healthy though, knowing your limits though.
Mm-hmm.
Like knowing your bounds. What about you, Imani?
What about me?
Like if somebody had that past, looking to like currently in it, looking to end it, or already has ended it.
I'm not dating. I'm not going out. I'm not doing nothing with nobody who got no OnlyFans who is a stripper. If it's your past, then it's your past. Okay, cool. If you got that business, I'm not doing it. I'm not going out with you.
Oh man, incredibly blunt with it. Incredibly blunt. So Mark, let's see what you got.
So that means you gotta clean your cells for those who try and bag her, man.
Mark.
Gotta get clean.
All right, look, come on.
I have other history, but it definitely ain't that. It definitely is not that.
All right, come on, nigga. Let's get your
From
your
my
take, man.
perspective on
Yeah,
it.
let's-
Like I said, I mean, I've already done it. So, like, there's no other choice but to tell the truth.
Would you do it again?
Would I do it again? In hindsight, from what my experience was, right now is like no. It's a hell no.
Yeah, he's traumatized.
But at first it was just like, okay, I see you for what it is that you're trying to do. Like, you had that, I heard your story or whatever, blah blah blah. As long as you know for a fact that that's not all you got, and you're like, all right, you know, because there's some people just like, yeah, this is all I want to do. What? No, like, the conversation is over. Like, I definitely have to walk away before I have to, like, you know, get disrespectful about that. But at first it's just like, yeah, the past is the past. Now, would I be the same person to easily say that like I was before? No, because now it's just like, it just builds the suspicion. And like now, just going on in life, and especially as I get older, just people they just want to lie. Now I'm kind of at that point where it's like I got the semi lower tolerance to just be like, man, look, I can try to see you for the good that you are, but also at the same time, like these are the grounds, and I'm not gonna make it easy for you to take advantage of.
Yeah.
So, you know, definitely. If you got your past and all this other stuff, it's difficult. Not saying that I can't be convinced otherwise, where it's just like you really change your life around and everything like that. I mean, by all means, it's possible. Because like I said, I've had my past and my history, and it was definitely dark. So, and look at me now, especially now. If anybody was to come up to me and be like, "Yeah, man, you the same, this, and this, and this, and this," I'm like, "Nah, bro, no, I'm not." Like, I'm gonna have to really argue with you about that because I'm not. I know for a fact I'm not. The compare and contrast is too thickening from who I was and who I am now.
Okay.
So, if I expect that for myself, I'm not too hard on being willing to give that to somebody else. But it's definitely gonna be some work.
All right, so technically she got to show up to your house in a Pope outfit just so she could be.
Show up to my house.
I've
in a Pope
changed. They got the holy light coming down.
You got to. We definitely gonna have some other conversations, and that might be the first and last time. For sure. That might be it.
Damn, bro. Well, we already know Abe's answer, but since we're going
Yeah.
around the board, might as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have a pass.
Yeah, everybody
I'm so accepting of people. Like, none of us are perfect.
Yeah.
So
My man Abe, we talk about.
Yeah, it
past
can be in the
and-
past, but not the future, right?
I mean, I would consider.
Okay.
Starting the OnlyFans with your wife and some shit.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be a part of it, but
I think that's a given anyway because he's already considered making one for himself.
Well, but it's not for him though.
it's not from It was just too much money being made on there to not try to. You know what I'm saying? Like, golly.
But it wouldn't have been a hefty argument to have. It was like, nah, I don't want you to make one because you made one.
What you mean?
But it's not for him. Like we keep saying,
Yeah.
like, it was interviewing other people.
It was interviewing sex workers,
Yeah.
like how I do with the artists with TED Talks. It was basically a
you
TED Talks
made
after dark type of thing.
So you made an OnlyFans to talk to other OnlyFans.
Yeah. Obviously,
Smart.
it was gonna be a super creative twist to it, but I'm not gonna say it on air because people gonna steal it,
Yeah.
Okay.
and nobody else is doing it.
All right.
Yeah.
All it does is give you an opportunity to go ahead and get that one offer for you to flip.
No.
Nah.
Why not? Somebody offer, well, man, dawg, I want to see this on your joint. You ain't gonna take the opportunity?
That sounds like a dude asking for that.
Yeah, well, I'm like, no, go somewhere else, bro.
There's some people that's gonna want to see some weird shit, bro. Or
Oh.
even a female just like, look, I'll go ahead and just give
He not
you-
even asking for regular. It just went from
just-
that to
I
weird
just-
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll
like,
just
oh,
give you-
fuck.
I'll just give you $1,000 for you to do something else. We obviously know what the something else is, but just like, yeah,
Oh, what's for something else?
yeah, like I want to see you smash somebody or something like that on OnlyFans or something like. Yeah, you ain't gonna take the opportunity.
Yeah, for $1,000. Yeah,
For 1,000?
yeah.
Yeah, he's a cheap whore.
So there it is.
You need to up your
Like,
game.
I think at
Look,
this
I'm
point,
having sex anyway. Like, why not? It's nothing to just record it right quick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But only for 1,000?
yeah.
Up your game.
I got to get in the game. Like,
this is why I said,
let me
this is
go.
why I said people on OnlyFans, man, were not professionals, bro. It's just literally like, yo, the way you just like basically downplayed it. Well, I'm having sex anyway. I don't know if
Some
all
niggas
that-
are-
and
not
then
professional.
Some people are
she's-
really good at
and,
it,
And on
so-
top of that, she's like only $1,000. So it's just like,
I mean,
You just-
I don't know what kind of lifestyle she living. Give me $1,000. yeah. She might be rich or whatever. Give me $1,000. You ain't even have to say 1,000 for real, to tell you the truth. You could have said like 500.
That is sad. That is so
I
sad.
told you, man, he a cheap whore, bro.
That's like, first of all, that's like almost my mortgage.
Okay, but that's not enough.
It's more than enough. for one video, yeah, that's more than enough.
You couldn't pay me enough. I'm sorry.
That's not my intentions, but he said
I'm
$1,000.
too
So
reserved, man.
Would you do it?
Lying like shit.
No.
So too reserved.
No.
Yeah, he is lying like
He
shit.
is, bro.
I ain't going to
And
expose him on air, but yeah,
how I
he's
know
lying
how
like
I
shit.
know I would not do something like that is because of the other things that I've done that really hindered me, like trying to do the right thing, trying to be like better on the morale. If I already suffered for just trying to do the right thing, what for me to take a grant, it's just like nah, bro.
Yeah, it'll take more than a grand, but you still do it.
I think it's just gonna be like, dog. It's as easy as it comes, as easy as it goes. I'm too paranoid for that.
So you paranoid that you're gonna spend the money fast? Is that what you?
Nah,
You
I
saying
just
easy
think,
come, easy
I
go.
just think it's a
Like,
problem, bro. It's just gonna bring bad juju.
And
And it's just like I said, it's just not me. It's not. I'm not really the type to be sitting there just doing all that for everybody to see.
We not saying it's just one video. Yeah, she just said one video for $1,000.
and I'm pretty sure it's just going to that one person.
I can't be pretty sure.
Right.
So
Hey, but
I get $1,000. I don't get the wig. But, it don't-
TED Talks After Dark exposed.
bro, like your account has to be attached to me for life, man, or something, bro.
Like, you still would do it. You just,
that's what
you
I'm
just
like, if you just listen to the context of what he's
you
saying,
just
like he's
said
like,
you would do
yeah,
it.
he-
At this point, bro, like if I'm just sending it to that one person, bro, like for life, till I'm dead.
okay.
Like you have to go ahead and have your account attached to me, son. Like
you get that, you can send that person a video for life of you doing that.
no, I'm just that one.
Hold on. You get this
'Cause
one
it's
person.
only gonna take that one time to ruin you as well.
This one person get this video for life, and they only giving you 1,000 one time.
That's a good deal to me.
Oh my gosh, your friend was right. You're cheap poor.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I can call it what I want. I can call it what I want. I do it.
One
like,
time
why would
for
you-
life, and you only get $1,000. Your entire life.
No, it's their entire life.
Okay, their entire lives they get this one video.
But it's so circumstantial. All right, so since we being funny, I make the video, right?
I'm not being funny.
I send the video out. I get the $1,000. The person who bought the video dies tomorrow. Then what?
What is the odds of that though?
Yeah, what's the
that's
odds of that?
I'm just saying.
Maybe the video was that good.
That man gotta. I mean, that person gotta be on their deathbed.
What if they die next week?
I mean, that's
now
true.
all of a
but-
sudden it's looking like a steal, ain't it? now $1,000 look like, oh yeah, good shit. You know what I'm saying? Right?
I am so dead.
You be the nigga
I'm
that'll
just saying,
go
you gotta
broke in the
look at-
casino,
you gotta
bro.
look at
Like,
the-
that's a hell of a gamble.
So I want to ask you a question because you said you don't want to feel like you could be ruined. How would you be ruined? When I'm sitting here watching celebrity after celebrity drop sex tape after sex tape, and they still getting married after married, and how you getting ruined?
Well, first things first.
You get a heck of a lot of suitors. I tell you
The
that. much.
direction that I'm going and the plans that I have,
Will make you a billionaire.
it's almost like
Facts.
like politics.
Mm-hmm.
So I got too much to lose already as it is.
First of all, that's false.
Yeah.
You're a personal trainer. A sex tape would actually help you out.
It would. It honestly would.
I'm not just a personal
He's like,
trainer.
you see his physique?
I'm not just a personal trainer.
A nutritionist, my bad.
I'm not just that. I'm not just that. I'm talking about a business owner, CEO status,
So,
other stuff like
A
owning
fitness.
owning some shit, and
um,
then some.
you
And
know
not
who
just-
the Kardashians are?
And
Right, like everybody, like what?
So
There's no so. They're business owners, and like niggas know what they do. Even they openly do it.
okay, and they're also good-looking females.
You're also like no gay shit, but technically you're family. You're also a good looking
I mean,
male.
first-
So what the fuck does
first-
that mean?
First things first, looks will pass, and I'm definitely not getting no surgery done.
You don't
At all,
need
every
surgery.
This nigga wilding out.
Hey, why?
And that,
you don't need it.
And since we're talking about the Kardashians,
You got the
how
natural
much
black
do you think
features.
has went
They,
out for
they
surgery?
paid for that.
Are you comparing yourself to the Kardashians right now?
I mean, y'all brought them up, so I got to.
You talking about surgery and all that. I'm
You
like-
talking about comparing yourself to a woman anyway? Like that doesn't-
Exactly.
You can't do
That's
that.
why they thrive so well. Me, like, nah,
You're
bro.
a-
That's it's
But
not
you
happening.
thrive, bro.
You do. You
I
just
thrive-
don't.
I
You don't
thrive off of
utilize
the
it at
sheer
all.
work alone.
You're not a celebrity like they are. That's why you don't thrive like them. You thrive.
Eventually,
though.
I might be,
Right? Exactly.
Exactly.
and so that's why I cannot leave anything out there to ruin me on that.
It's not
front.
going to ruin you.
They
I mean, well, I
Kardashians
guess
got famous for
when
that.
when you think of it as in a personal type of way, it can ruin him because it's a respectful thing for
Oh,
himself.
is that what you're talking about?
If that's what you into, cool. But I don't need to know that to have business with you. But there's also going to be other people who I could be having businesses with that I ain't going to be into that. I'm trying to go ahead and keep my widespread as it is. That could potentially take away less handshakes for me. You know what I'm saying?
Could bring more though.
Yeah, it really could.
Could not. I don't know.
You don't
But
realize.
see, the thing is though, you gotta have to like me for me. If I have to make a sex tape for you to do business for me,
I think it's just
then
a
I
respect
don't need
thing.
your business.
I think it's like a personal respect thing for yourself.
That too.
Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't talking about
Yeah,
that.
he was.
He definitely wasn't
First
talking about that.
and foremost, like I said, like that's how it is off jump for me. I'm super reserved, and like when I'm sending something to somebody,
Shit.
I'm only sending it to the person that I'm really trying to be serious with.
All right, so you know what? It took me a few minutes, but we talking the politically correct mark right now. That's what it is.
Yeah.
we not.
That's who I
think-
am.
No, you're not.
Yeah, yeah.
Other than my attitude, that's who I am.
I just had to look him in the eyes for a few minutes. There. We
At this point,
yeah.
I believe Mark has dissociative personality disorder. It's like at this point, because
Maybe that's what he shows y'all though, because y'all
That's
been knowing
quite
him for a
deep.
long time. But for me, I can say that he's right because that's what he showed.
And on top,
he's not showing you.
and not even knowing
He showed
me for a
this
long
on
time
air.
because like like this is family, and he kind of like didn't even know who I was to a degree. When I actually brought a friend around, and which was another female, who was just like, "Yeah, man, don't fuck this up." I was just like, "What do you mean by that?" He's like, "Yeah, man, because you got quite the past." I'm like, "Damn, bro, like."
It wasn't just a sexual thing. It was more along the lines of like your personality, Mark. It's not just that. I look at more than just
Nah,
that.
because when I asked him about it, it was like the numerous of girls that I've dated that came up. I was just like, damn, bro, like, what did you hear about me? Because I know you didn't see this for
I never
yourself.
give you the full spiel. I normally just give you what I normally see. It's just like the females at
He
first.
just took me as a guy that was just in and out of relationships and just like, yeah, this player type of dude.
And you're not?
I'm not.
Okay, Mark.
I've had my phase when I was a teenager, and I stopped.
What?
I stopped that at 15.
Dude, you were like 23 around this time.
I stopped that
You
at
were-
15.
I'm sure you did.
Like, the only time you will find out that I'm constantly around a female is because I've actually tried to date girls for years, like, going on years. Every single time you heard me with a female is with that same particular female for years. If you hear me about being with a different female, it would have been because I'm literally hanging out with a legit friend.
Like, we'll just wait to get you angry, and then you'll eventually just lie. Well,
It's
you'll
gonna be the
you'll
same-
say it to
it's gonna
yourself.
be the same
No, it's not.
thing.
It's not the same.
It's gonna be
Like,
the
look,
same
hey, like we
thing.
said, got here because we know. Like, we've literally had situations.
My whole phase happened early. I peaked with that early. And then at a certain point, it was just like, bruh, like, that's not cute.
Well, what
anymore.
happened to the strippers you said you was messing around with? What happened to them?
That wasn't early.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't.
the strippers that I was messing with?
I feel like they're exposing him.
He
That's
does
what
it to
that's
himself.
what they would try to do.
We not doing that.
That's what
All
they
you
would
have to
try
do is
So what
keep
strippers-
letting him
what
talk, and
strippers-
he's gonna.
what
The
strippers
truth
was
comes
I
out.
messing with? You talk about the ones that I was friends
No,
with?
you told us. We asking you.
We was talking about dating. You was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I was with.
Soon we
these
started the
strippers.
podcast off. Yeah.
You said I was where?
You said you was messing around with the strippers and shit.
No, see what happened. Like I
messed
said,
around
after a few minutes,
with
what happened
one
was he
stripper.
started the podcast off as himself, and he shifted into politically correct mark.
I messed
Now
around.
they
Let's
clashing.
make this- let's make this clear.
They clashing.
I've
told you.
dated, in case you missed it, I've dated, got romantically involved with one stripper. The rest were friends.
How old was you when you was romantically involved?
When I was romantically involved,
Was you
with-
15?
Nah,
Right.
I was in my mid-20s. No, late 20s. Going into my late 20s.
And what you right now?
I'm now 30.
Mm.
So yeah, I was involved with her years ago.
How's that years ago?
Yeah.
That's like last year.
No.
we
When I got involved with her, I think I was
And you said,
27, 26, 27.
you're 30,
all right, 3 years ago. Okay.
but you just broke up not too long ago. It was like a year ago.
What do you mean just broke up?
Or like a year ago.
No, we didn't just break up just a year ago. What are you
Like
talking
a
about?
year and a
We've
half
been
ago.
apart for years. The man that she's with now is almost 2 years.
Oh, you still hung up
If-
on her
if
for a
that-
long time. Damn, nigga.
What you mean hung up on her for a long
The
time?
little stripper chick? Yeah, you been hung up on her for a long time. Damn.
That's what he said. One person.
My nigga. But you was still fucking around with like quite a few other strippers and shit because you mentioned it in the beginning
Fuck
of the podcast.
around with
Hold on,
other
so I'm
strippers. The other ones I mentioned, I said I befriended.
I'm confused here.
And
So,
and when it started, when that phase started, it started off with one, and that's where like I had a different perspective of it. And when I was friends with her, she wasn't a stripper at the time. She became a stripper after I was already friends with her.
so
and
you can't be friends with strippers.
You say I can't be friends with stripper? You damn right I can't. Now
Why?
I don't have the tolerance for that. I mean, if that's really you, if that environment is really you, that's your
But
personality.
a friend
I
is
can't tolerate
different. Different is friending going out. Like, I can't see why you can't be friends with a stripper.
I'm friends with big strippers.
Yeah,
that. I don't know. I mean, if I'm friends with strippers now, I
I'm
really don't know
friends
about
with
it.
the stripper, technically, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Well, yeah,
Exactly,
But, like,
exactly.
but like though, now I do still know some. But like, am I like really like tight knit with them and like communicating with them? Or anything? Nah, that's more of an associate type of thing. If anything, like that's just people that come and go. But actually, like being friends with somebody, if I am, I don't know.
And you like it that way.
It's probably better that way. Because then
Why?
it's just
Like
like
missing out on a
I
whole
don't
lot of
think that
personalities.
I don't think that there should be anything wrong with befriending a stripper.
I mean, if that's you, please keep that business like in a different orbit from me.
But-
I'm not saying I'm going to disrespect you like or whatever, but it's just like
That I can agree with.
There's just like there's some problems or certain works that come with being that.
Like what?
And I don't need to be around that because
Okay.
if I'm around a negative, I know I can be negative. And the thing is like if it's just like fucking with my vibe and my tune and stuff like that, if it's if to a point where it's like involving me, I'm gonna either say something or I'm gonna do something about it.
Yeah, like, just don't bring the stripper behavior towards my direction. Like that.
Yeah.
That's technically what he's getting.
Well,
at.
you
Like,
don't like to meet
yeah.
people. Well, yeah, I was gonna say I thought you talking about you personally.
No, no,
You don't
me-
like
no,
meeting
no.
People, so
I do.
that's easy.
I have no problem with meeting people. Like, case in point. So
I had to do some heavy.
Well, I
lifting
want
for
some
that.
stripper friends. You know, if you are a stripper out there,
damn, like,
Hey, go for it.
she's just not gonna date you though. That's the thing. She's not gonna date you.
period.
So, yeah, I had the same thing that Mark was dealing with. Like, when it was early too, and this before she became a stripper, and like she was doing like way off the wall shit like as a teenager, and I'm in the same vicinity. I'm just looking at, oh, we're underage and you're doing shit like this in public, like, and not even in a setting where it really catered to that type of behavior. It was just like out and about. It was at the fucking bus stop. And there was like a whole bunch of older people around. I was like, that shit is nah. I felt really like
Embarrassed.
like not just embarrassed, but it wasn't even embarrassed for me. It was embarrassed for them and and also embarrassed for me. So when I feel like that, I'm just like, yeah, I can't deal with that from anybody. I don't care if stripper or not. Like in any capacity, if you're bringing that level of negativity to my life, whether male or female, then we cannot be associates if that's going to be your scene on a consistent basis.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, I can't be friends with somebody who don't know how to conduct themselves either. Like, it's a certain way that you must, or I'm not going to say you must, because anybody can do what you want to do, but, you know, I don't keep certain energy around me either. So, you know, the way you present yourself in certain situations, stuff like that, it shows who you are. So,
Mhm. Yeah, and that's technically that one portion of the strip game that I look at like that. Sometimes strippers that's just their personality. That's one of the types, and that definitely was just her personality. So I just, yeah. I mean, I still was rolling with the punches. I still loved her as a friend anyway, even though like there were those moments where that would happen. But I try my best not to like put too much weight on somebody else's shoulders when it comes to dealing with me as a friend,
mm-hmm.
because I am sympathetic in that way. I will not try and like change you into something that you're not based on
Right.
what I want in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because if worse comes to worse, I'll just move on and go somewhere else, and you can
Mhm.
continue to do you. So
Right.
Abe, in your sense, like everything's permissible.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'm friends with like a few strippers, but it's from a different perspective though. So let me give y'all a different perspective. So earlier in the podcast, one of y'all said that sometimes strippers strip to because they don't have no other choice.
That's me.
You know, they kind of get thrown into that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You depressed, you broke, you got kids, you can't take care of, blah blah blah. So I say that to say, like, did you ever think like them befriending you, they see that you're a good person, and you provide them with like hope, faith that one day they can get out of that lifestyle? Meanwhile, y'all here shunning them.
Who's y'all?
That's why.
I didn't
Like,
shun
that's
anybody.
why. That's why I said what I said. Like, so when it kind of comes to either having that past or
Mhm.
actually seriously trying to like get out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from my personal experience, it made it a little more difficult because of that itself. But at the same time, I'm not totally dismissing all that because, and of course, I can't say that because for my birthday, I went to a strip club. I was taken to one.
Facts.
And so, like, what my personality is in a strip club is like I'm chilling. I guess because I've been to one so many times before, so it's just like nothing new to me, and it's kind of like, all right, I'm here, and I'm cooling. But at the same time, it's just like I know which ones that I would really give my time to. And it's not just like, oh, I want to get a lap dance and this and this and this. There's some I actually like legit have conversations with, like, who are you really as a person? What else do you do? Blah blah blah. Like, you know, X Y Z. For those who actually will give that conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and so that kind of like helps me gauge them, you know, to find out who they are as a person and if that's really something that they want to keep doing. So it's
Okay.
just like, you know, if you really want to come out into it or whatever, or if you know, if it takes for you to learn something new. Oh yeah, then you know I'm not going to shun you,
All right.
It's just like-
because you know a few minutes ago that's exactly what it sounded like. You know,
but at the same time I do believe in like getting my breath of fresh air from certain things too. Now, if this is something, at the same time you have to pick up what I'm putting down. All right, cool. If this is what you're doing now or whatever, but there's going to be a point where it's just like, all right, enough is enough, or it's just like I'm gonna have to go ahead and step back from you.
Oh, that's cool.
Because again, you know, that can be toxic, and you don't want to become that. You don't want to be, you know, take that in, and then now you have your negativity going on because you had to deal with that. You irritated from all that. So it's just like, all right, well, I'm gonna take a break from you, blah 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 blah. But if you seriously want to change, you will show me how serious you are about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be up to you. And then, you know, your efforts is gonna prove to me how much I can continue to invest my time or my patience with that. But if that's all you want to do is just go out, be ratchet and all this stuff and get the bag, I mean, fine, you can have that. Go do you. But I'm gonna be very scarce. That's not inadmissible to me at all.
Understandable. Shit, I kind of like felt the way you felt. Like certain people, they do want that hope that there
Yeah.
are good people out there, and I do pride myself on being like the helpful type, and y'all can pretty much like vouch for that. So, like, I look at any type of negative situation first and foremost. Like, if they're serious about it, I'm more than willing to stick through some growing pains in order for me to finally get them to that point. Like, I will treat every person with the utmost respect until you give me a reason not to. That's how I move. Like, if you're going to like really just want to build something past what you're doing as a friend, then yeah, we're going to I'm gonna go the distance with you. I pride myself on being willing to do that. And honestly, when it comes to any type of person and friendships in general, like I'm the type of person that if I have $1 left, you're getting that dollar, and I will go hungry that day. Like, there's not gonna be like some left for me. I'm not gonna give you 90 cents, and I keep 10 to give me some candy at the store if I can even afford that. No, you're gonna get that entire dollar, and then I'm not gonna be able to eat that day, but I'm gonna be okay with that. And that, like I said, like not even to toot my own horn, there's been numerous times where I've done that, and I've come up somewhat empty-handed, but I don't allow that to like deter my helpfulness. So even with like people who have taken advantage of me, I still will be willing to help them to this day. However,
I feel you. I've done it, June. You just gotta be careful, though, man. On top of that, like giving a dollar, you can't always continuously be the person that's giving a dollar. You gotta show them how to make 10.
I'm aware of that, Mark. Can I finish? God damn it, Mark.
I'm just putting my 2 cents in.
I hate you so much, Mark.
I know you do.
Oh my God, I'm gonna punch this nigga one day. Just one time, cause you punched me while I was doing workouts the other day.
We was working out.
Nah, nigga, you just wanted a fucking reason to punch me.
Of all those times you told
I'm
me
gonna get your
to
ass back though. But back to what we were talking about. When dealing with like the friends and all that shit, I do know that you have to limit yourself as far as what you give, and you cannot become the crutch. Because there's been numerous times where I've become the crutch, and then I'll look at them and just say, all right, at this point, do you want help? Or do you, like, this is a quote that I came up with, and I'm going to take this shit to the grave. Do you want help or do you want attention? Like, I take that shit to my grave now. Do you want help or do you want attention? I mean, and a lot of people nowadays, they rather have the attention. They want the easy way out, and somebody to talk to as about their problems and shit. That's what they want. As long as you're giving them what they need, sure. Like, I'm gonna change, and then they don't. Yeah, I can see through that now. And I try my best to distance myself from those type of people. I'm not gullible anymore. I was gullible for 27 years, and I gave that up. And I'm I'll be 32 this year. I'm almost 5 years removed from it. So, yeah. Mark or Imani, which one? Who would like to rebuttal? Because I know she got a lot to say. I enjoy it.
I got nothing to say. I mean,
What?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm helpful. You know, I don't mind helping, but I'm learning that there are different ways to help. So, like, I don't have to give you money in order to help you. I'm learning that I can give you knowledge.
Oh, of course.
I can give you a better direction. I can give you a way out. I can give you my advice. My advice and my attention. Talking to me, I feel like that's enough. So, I mean, I learned that, you know, giving money isn't always the best help. Because me giving you money, it's not going to teach you nothing. It's not going to get, like you said, give you $10, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to make it more. It's just going to be what I give you.
Oh, I just want to throw this in there. I have to vouch for that, by the way, because she was one of the people that actually had, like, spoke to me, like, a couple nights, man, when I was going through my dark days, too, so.
But the money thing was just a metaphor. It was a definite. I wasn't using, like, the money thing as being, like, the end-all, be-all. It was more along the lines of just passing some type of help.
Yeah, I'm very helpful in many different ways. I feel like, you know, people talk to me, that's help, because they feel like I'm a therapist. Cool.
Same.
You know, people be around me, you getting lit with me, you having fun with me. That's help. Hell, I'm giving you life, giving you joy. I feel like, you know, I can give you applications. I can send you to a person that'll, you know, get you to a level of, like, you know, something for a job or something, for some money. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
that's help.
Any level of help is help. I don't care what it is. Like, not unless it's like something illegal, then that's not help. But yeah, I feel you when you say like anything like as far as like helping, like you got just talking to you or just hanging out with
I
you.
would say sometimes the, you know, scamming can be a little helpful.
No. Nope, you lost me. You lost me. You lost me.
Them scammers be sometimes making money. So.
Hey, I'm sorry, though. You lost me there. Hey.
I mean, help is help.
There you go.
Yeah, help is help.
I gotta go.
You know.
So, guys, I'm finna be out. It was nice talking to y'all, though.
Hey, yo, we appreciate
I'm
you
a
being a
walker
part of the
out.
podcast first and foremost.
Thank
man.
you for inviting me.
We would love to have you back.
Okay, that's fine. It's cool.
That's if
Whenever y'all, get together.
that's if Mark wants to let people know. Mark tends to be incredibly forgetful.
And I'm gonna throw the plug out there so she ain't gonna do it. Armani's World, man, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, that's my YouTube. My Instagram is Imani Dynasty. So
Oh, shit.
follow me.
Now niggas gotta follow people. All right, cool.
Yeah. It was
So-
nice talking to y'all though. See
Yes,
y'all later.
Peace.
And this has been another Breaking the Narrative podcast, BTN for short. I'm Tony,
Teddy.
Hey, Mark Anthony.
and we out of here.